Good day, everyone. I am Meark, Adrian, Cattiling, and this is my partner, Bryan, Gacad. And today, we'll be presenting our item analysis matrix report, where we evaluated the difficulty and discrimination indices of 50 test items.
That's right, Merck. The purpose of item analysis is to determine how effective each test question is in measuring the student's performance. Now, we focus on two main indices. The first one is the difficulty index, which measures how easy or difficult a question is based on the number of students who answered it correctly. And the second, the discrimination index, which shows how well an item distinguishes between high and low performing students. Based on this, we classify the items into three main categories. The first is 17 accepted items, 18 items for revision, and 15 rejected items.
Exactly, Clark. For our analysis, we observed that a large portion of test items were either easy or very difficult. And in fact, um, they call this, that's right. From our analysis, we observed that a large portion of the test items were very easy or very, uh, either not so very easy. In fact, many items had a difficulty index above 0.80, which indicates that the test might not be challenging. Now, this suggests that the overall test is skewed towards easier questions, which it limits its ability to properly assess different rather levels of student understanding.
Yes, indeed, partner. Another key finding is that many items showed weak discrimination. In fact, more than half of the items had a discrimination index below 0.20. This means that a significant number of questions failed to effectively distinguish between high and low performing students, which is a major concern in test validity.
Great point, partner. Now, let's begin with the accepted items. These are the questions that perform well in both difficulty and discrimination. For example, item number one has a difficulty index of 0.41 and a discrimination index of 0.50. This means that it is moderately difficult and highly discriminating and making it an ideal test item.
Yes, exactly. Another strong example is item 21, which has a difficulty index of 0.66 and a discrimination index of 0.662. Even though it is considered easy, it is still effectively distinguished between students who understand the material and those who are not. These are the types of items we want to retain in our exam.
Absolutely, Clark. We have also item number 9, which have a difficulty index of 0.79 and a discrimination index of 0.41. While it leans toward being easy, its strong discrimination still makes it a valuable item. Now, overall, these accepted items, they demonstrate a good balance and they can serve as anchors for improving the test.
Spot on. Now let's move on to the items for revision. These are the items that did not fully meet the criteria but can still be improved. For example, items number 3 and 4 both have a difficulty index of 0.83, which means they are too easy and do not effectively challenge the students.
Exactly. We have also identified items like item 25 and item 29, which have a difficulty index of 0.12. And these are considered very difficult, and these items confuse students. And it needs to be simplified or clarified to better match the student's level.
Absolutely. Some items, such as item number 22, show moderate discrimination but are still too easy. To improve this, we recommend increasing their difficulty so that they can better assess student understanding while maintaining their ability to discriminate.
Exactly. Now, let's discuss the rejected items. Now, these items have major issues and cannot be retained in their current form. Now, for instance, items 12 and 13 both have a difficulty index of 1 and discrimination index of 0. This means all students answered them correctly, making them ineffective of assessment.
Yes, and one of the most critical cases is item number 50. This item has a negative discrimination index of 0.40. This means that lower performing students answer it more correctly often than higher performing. This usually indicates a misgiven answer or poorly constructed item, so it must be rejected.
Exactly, Clark. Now, to summarize, accepted items are effective and should be retained, and revision items need improvement in terms of difficulty or clarity, and rejected items have zero serious flaws and must be renewed or written. And by the way, everyone, this is the chart, the trend chart for for the 50 items that we analyze. As you can see, 9 items are in the ideal zone, and the rest is not in the ideal zone. Okay? And this is the distractor analysis. We have from the lower group how many answered. Yes. And yeah, let's move on to the findings and recommendations, partner.
Absolutely. Item analysis. Oh, wait.
Oh, I think we go to the recommendations, partner.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right. Based on our findings, we recommend the following. Retain the 17 accepted items as they are. Revise the 18 items by improving distractors or adjusting difficulty levels for future use. And then reject and replace the 15 flawed items.
Absolutely. And item analysis is very essential in improving the quality of assessments, and it ensures that the test items are not accurate but also effective in meaning in rather measuring difficult items, different levels, rather also of student performance.
Right on. So by applying this, we can create a more balanced, valid, and reliable test in future examinations.
And thank you, Clark, and thank you for your time, everyone, for listening. We hope our analysis provides valuable insights for improving future assessments. So once again, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Hindi nakita.